pressure, do players get excited about it? Like, is there a thirst? Is there a
yeah?
We can't wait for this blitz to be called.
I think if you ask most defensive players, they tell you that they enjoy that part of it, especially the guy that's actually blitzing. You know, the guy that gets stuck covering all the time, maybe they don't feel the same way. But yeah, it's an aggressive approach, and you know, by nature, defensive players want to be aggressive. So that's probably a pretty good statement.
Does the play caller hold his breath, or is the play caller?
I'm always praying. I'm not holding my breath. I'm always saying a prayer over there on the sideline. But it's all good. It's all good.
Steve, you spent a year in Barcelona. What do you remember about the time?
Listen, I loved Barcelona. We were there as the Olympics were coming in, and Jack Bicknell, the head coach, I loved working for him. But the people were great. The fans were terrific. Living over there on Sitges at the beach there was fun too. So I enjoyed my time there.
Are you excited about the NFL going to first Madrid?
Yeah, I had just read that a little while back. I've always hoped that they would get over. Maybe someday they'll be in Barcelona as well. I mean, so I coached in Frankfurt, Germany after the Barcelona years. And last year we were able to go as a Chiefs team back to Frankfurt, which was special. Maybe I get the chance to do the same thing back in Spain. It'd be great.
Yeah. You spent 7 years as an assistant under this Eagles staff under head coach Andy Reid. How has that time prepared you to now take over as the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs with another Andy Reid team? Yeah,
well, listen, I'm indebted to Andy. He brought me into the league in 1999 on that first staff in Philadelphia, and then we were on separate teams for about 10 years period. And fortunately for me, you know, Andy was nice enough to bring me back on his staff, and I'm sure glad I'm back with him.
Coach, any extra motivation for you playing against a team that you formerly worked for on Sunday and trying to beat them for the second time in 3 years?
Well, listen, I think when you get to this point, it doesn't matter who you're playing. You feel really good if you can find a way to win. But I got a lot of respect for the Eagles, and I love Jeffrey Lurie, the owner there. There's still some people there that my wife and I are really close to. So hopefully it'll be a really good game, and maybe we can find a way to come out on top. That would be a good thing.
Coach, you're famous for obviously being a blitz-heavy coordinator and bringing all different types of exotic blitzes. When I went through the film and watched the AFC Championship, you were able to fool Josh Allen and the Bills' offensive line late in the game, getting free rushers. How do you game plan for that, and how do you create those opportunities for your guys?
Yeah, I think the way it's created is having good players and assistant coaches that feed the game plan during the week, and then when we have something like that, it takes 11 guys operating at a high level in that moment, and they did that. I mean, not just the guys that were blitzing, but the guys that were covering. So that one particular play, I wish we'd have had more of those in the game because 29 points was way too many for me, but fortunately for us, we had a good down.
I saw you have D tackles dropping out and you're running cover two behind it. It was impressive. My other question for you is going up against the Philadelphia Eagles and their running attack.
Yeah.
It's a different beast this week.
Yeah, you don't get to do too many of those things when they're running the football. So, I mean, listen, first and second down is going to be really important for us to get them in some of those situations where, we can be aggressive, but they're solid everywhere, and that offensive line is hard to attack because of who they are and the way they play. But hopefully we'll have a couple of good plays go our way.
And then my last question for you, how do you balance that fine line of getting your safeties and linebackers to disguise the coverage without getting out of position?
Yeah, our guys do a great job of that. I mean, and that is part of it because you can get caught out of position. So, if we're on point and we function well as 11 guys, then we got a fighting chance of doing something.
Awesome. Good luck, Sunday.
Yeah, thank you.
Quick question. The meat bag, your wife's meatballs are Cajun food.